start of a new day. And there's no place in this world that I'd rather be than right here with midnight and you. Right on, baby. Right on.
I used to sit my bitch up in the DLBs, but homies is catching cases, you know how that be. Rather post a couple ads, still the same OPs. Hop a couple flights a month, back and forth to the V. My new bitch, 42, nobody do it like me. Send a whole OT, she bringing triple a week. Watching Super Flying Goldie, thinking how can I eat? Offer anything else, I put my all in the streets. Never hung with other pimps, that wasn't part of my steez. Don't glorify the life and all that bullshit they preach. If I was really on my shit, I would've got a degree. Even give my bitches game, that's just a father in me. Worth.
I mean, these are my people out here, man. I got a whole thing out here. You know, like I'm controlling. I got a lot of things I'm manipulating. I got a nice life.
These people out here on the streets are your people. And here I am, your own brother, trying to clean up the streets. People on the streets are your people.
I mean, I really got those bitches' minds controlled, bro.
I'm laughing, but it ain't funny.
Living in and out of hotels, rental cars and dope sales. 101 North, I wanna say what's up to Rochelle. Him niggas who hit licks, grimy hoes who fuck tricks, bareback some wild shit, getting down foul shit. Don't like it, I accept it. My sister think I'm brazy, but respect it. The bitch chose me, how can I neglect it? It's pimping now, I check it like a mic. Been up all night, I wanna toast to the life. Shit be wrong, but I feel I'm living right. Pin my pen, earn stripes on the blade, man, the cuts get deep when you use your own knife. Get home when the sun come up, man, that's just a part of life.
It's the start of a new day. And there's no place in this world that I'd rather be than right here.
What's up, everybody? Shutter Shot 45 here with a little midday live stream. Figure we talk about what's happening, what happens,
and I'm gonna get the hottest bitches I can find.
what's gonna happen.
Boatload of money.
How's everyone doing today? Tim Pool, what's up, Stone Tim Pool? Barbecue was good. Both barbecues, I should say all three barbecues were good. Went to three barbecues. What's up, Uncle Torino? What's up, William? Smash the like button, please. All 20 of you. So did people see the, what's up, Steve? Did people see the interview last night? Who was here? Who tuned in for the Oh, you saw it today? You didn't see it in real time. We had a good amount of people in there last night. Someone said there was it 290? Was that the peak? I think it was 290 at one time. That's good for my channel. Awesome show last night, Shutter. Oh, Sifu, thank you. Saw it. Awesome. Mr. Barrera says Nick puts on too much of a show. Can white people now say white pride? You can say whatever you want, but I understand that what you're saying. Can you say it without losing your whole entire career? Depends on where you work, I guess, unfortunately. Shutterbeard. Do you guys know who Anomaly is? You guys ever heard of Anomaly? I was gonna live stream tonight. Bring on Anomaly. Is anyone familiar with Anomaly? Did you guys see that video that was online? That was basically a video of a Bernie supporter talking about why he supports Trump. Bernie supporter talking about why he supports Trump. Does anybody see that video? Do I straighten my hair? No, I don't straighten my hair. I do wear the hat sometimes though, because it helps mat it down a little bit because my hair is a little wild. Oh man, Albert Adams at the dentist, about to get the gas. Can't watch for long. Camping and no Wi-Fi. Damn it. What's wrong with these people? No Wi-Fi in the woods? That's all right. We're just doing a little. I've been doing an interview with Anomaly tonight. The dude looks like Jesus. Brandon Davis. Yes, that's okay. Now you got him. I can play the video. You guys want to see the video I'm talking about? It's not even that long. Oh, it actually is kind of long. I can play some of it. It's 13 minutes, but I can play. I'll play some of it, and he's good. I've known him for a little bit. I have some videos on my channel from a while back. I can't remember how I met him. I think originally I saw a video. Oh, I think I sent him a message actually a while ago, and then we met up at a couple rallies, and then we connected. We became friends, and then we've just been doing different things. So we've been separated for a little bit, but we're thinking 7:30. But to be fair, like by the time you work out all the kinks, it winds up being like 8 o'clock. I'll play the video. Let me see if I can pull the video up. How's everybody doing? Where are we all coming from today? Today's a beautiful day in Southern California. I can tell you that. The sun is shining. It's not overly hot. I don't even have the AC on today. How about that? So yeah, last night was interesting though. It went for, I think obviously it went a little long. Some people said I didn't mediate it enough. I wasn't in the middle enough. It was a little tough because I was like, it was the first time doing something like that, and the way that I can't hear myself talking, so I don't know what it sounds like. I can just hear them talking. So they were talking over each other so much at certain points. I didn't want to also add my voice in and talking over. And I just kind of kept my eyes on the comments and the numbers. And as long as the numbers were staying or raising, I kind of just let it go. I could have mediated it better. I'm going to have to figure out that in the future. Of course, it went a little long, but I mean, people seem to want to watch it. So I guess I just let it go. Why not? Hear me now. Yeah, that's the one right there. Perfect. Why I support President Donald Trump. I think Milo posted this, and also Gorka posted this on his Twitter. Gorka is a very interesting man, I have to say. I liked him from the minute I heard him. Last night was a mess. Yeah, sure it was. You live stream with a Canon or a webcam? I'm live streaming with my Canon. Cornwallis is here. He wants everyone to say, he says, "What's up, shitheads?" Shout out from Los Angeles, California, from American Paisa. What's up, American Paisa? Shut 45 Beard. You listen to H.A. Goodman? Who's that? I'm not familiar with H.A. Goodman. Oh, nice. Man, with Louisville, Kentucky, Bismarck, North Dakota, Colorado, West Virginia? Is that WV, West Virginia? Healthcare vote passed. How do you feel about that? What the healthcare vote, was that to repeal Obamacare? Was that the vote? Tell me. Can people fill me in on that one, please? I will say this. I know that Rand Paul supposedly voted for it, so I'm pretty much gonna say yes. Podcast brought to you by Soda Water. Louisville, right? Louisville. See, yeah, Sebastian Gork, Rex, CNN. The left always brings in the lives when they are out of the words. Gorka is badass. Yeah, he's great. No repeal just yet. Vote was to open it up for debate. I think the American won last night's debate. I think the American won last night's debate. Thebestculture.com. What's up, Very Fake News? Everyone go subscribe to Very Fake News if you want to get some very... It's always truth, but it's like nice, lighthearted news. And I like his editing. I like the way he edits his videos. Stripped down version of what Trump wanted, but the foot is in the door now. Yeah, I'm with it. I think Rand Paul signed on for it, so I pretty much agree with whatever Rand Paul says about healthcare. Since he's a doctor, I figured he might know what he's talking about, him and his father. When you gonna expose the SJWs on the right? Switch things up on them. Get your followers fired up. I exposed them the other day when the live stream. I do it all the time. When I went to Linwood and someone called me a white boy and they got all triggered and they said that they were being racist, so I went and called them. I was with Caveman and I called them. They said call them beaners, so I called them beaners. I do it when at times, right? Honestly, there's not enough. There's not a lot. There's not a lot in my chat room, to be honest with you. So all these people watching me right now, they're not really. None of these people, the SJWs come out when I'm in other people's live streams or something. Rusty. Already been a member. Berkeley ISIS member arrested. No, Berkeley ISIS. No, is that real? Berkeley ISIS member arrested. Aside from politics, do you like hot rods? Sure, I like them. I don't know anything about them. I wouldn't be able to work on one. Sorry. My friends when I was younger, a lot of my friends had muscle cars, and they worked on them, and I don't know, man. I just couldn't get in. Like, I liked the idea of having one, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I just wasn't good at the whole mechanic thing. It didn't. Not that I wasn't good at it. I didn't like grab my attention. This grabbed my attention. The camera grabbed my attention from a very young age. Yes, it's on my channel. Okay, we'll have to play that also. We'll play that. Okay, play it. Nick said he was all for U.S. Constitution. Yet a lot of what he said sounded like he was against freedom of speech. Yeah, it was, yeah, I mean, some of the stuff, I could see what you're saying there when, because he's trying to say you should, I don't know, I don't know if it's his argument of you can't say it, or he feels that something should happen to you if you say it. As far, I think it's more of a primal mentality where you're saying if you call somebody a certain word, you can expect to get punched, I guess, which is, it's like a slippery slope. We'll be back. I saw an Antifa sticker in Salem. Film yourself pulling it off. He wanted to bomb gay nightclubs in SF and UC Berkeley with backpack bombs. What the what? All right, hold up. Okay, real quick, we'll play both videos. Okay, you know what? We'll play. Let's do the very fake news one. Everybody hold on one second, okay?
This was a case of
pulling up the clip. If you're just tuning in, this is Shutter Shot 45. This is a midday podcast. Tonight we'll be having Anomaly on. We'll be playing that clip so you can familiarize yourself with who Anomaly is. Very intelligent young man. Lots to say. Very articulate. And right now I'm pulling up a clip from Very Fake News. He's reporting that there was an ISIS member arrested in Berkeley. So we're gonna pull that up right now. Sorry for the delay, folks. This is live. We're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. No one's in a rush, are they? You're not in a rush. No rush. Perfect. We got it now. Okay. Here we go.
This was a case of great importance to us here. This was a clear and present danger for public safety here in the Bay Area.
From an exclusive interview with the head of the San Francisco FBI and federal court recordings just obtained, the ABC 7 News I-Team has new details on the terror case against an Oakland man. Good evening, I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Ahmed Dates. Investigators say this suspect was willing to die in a suicide bombing on behalf of ISIS, and that he was planning a series of attacks here to take the most lives possible.
Yeah, Dan Noyes was first tipped to this case almost a year ago and has been working the story hard. How about the FBI asked you, Dan, to hold off just for national security reasons?
Oh, exactly right. Now, Dan and Amma, most of the media reports since the indictment was announced on Friday say Amir al-Haggagi was using social media to promote ISIS. But investigators say it went much farther than that. 22-year-old Amir al-Haggagi was born in Lodi, grew up in the East Bay, attended Berkeley High, and lived at this West Oakland complex at the time of his arrest. He had been communicating online with a confidential source working for the FBI. Prosecutors say planning attacks on behalf of ISIS. The I-Team obtained a recording of al-Haggagi's detention hearing from December.
This was the first clue that he gave up as to his location. He said he wanted to plan to start a huge fire in an area near where he lived, and he specifically mentioned the Berkeley Hills as a potential target.
One of several violent plans. The head of the FBI's San Francisco office tells me the vast majority of tips that come in each year don't pan out, but agents moved on this one quickly.
This was very serious. This was top priority for this office for a better part of a year.
Prosecutors say al-Haggagi spoke about plans to start fires in Berkeley and San Francisco, sell cocaine laced with rat poison in nightclubs, and that he downloaded a bomb-making manual onto his computer and sent the undercover agent photos of guns he had obtained.
He then told confidential source number one, I live close to San Francisco. That's like the gay capital of the world. I'm going to handle them right, LOL, meaning laughing out loud. I'm going to place a bomb in a gay club, wallah, or by God, I'm going to tear up the city. And I quote, the whole Bay Area is going to be up in flames.
Al-Haggagi took an undercover FBI agent on a tour of the Bay Area, including the Cal campus, saying he wanted to plant backpack bombs at the dorms. The undercover agent arranged a storage unit where al-Haggagi agreed to take any supplies for the plot. He showed up with 3 backpacks at one meeting, supposedly to contain bombs. Investigators also tell the I-Team al-Haggagi applied for a job with the Oakland Police Department.
If he was unable to make bombs himself, then his intent was to get employed by a police department and steal weapons from the police department once employed there. In that context, he said, and I quote, I'm going to redefine terror.
Oakland police were aware of the investigation, so there was no chance of him actually getting the job. Al-Haggagi's attorneys depict him as young and naive, drawn into online discussions on which he did not intend to take action.
How much of what these allegations are very stupid and very inappropriate and very disturbing puffery, and how much of it was actually intended to be acted out?
This rises to something that was more than just puffery and daydreaming. This was something that we invested a lot of time and effort into, and the FBI does not do that, or law enforcement doesn't do that unless there's a clear and present danger.
And here it is, that law enforcement bulletin that I obtained last year. It cautioned police that the suspect could be armed and wearing an explosive belt. Now, prosecutors say al-Haggagi claimed he was confident he could kill 500 people with his plans, but that his goal was 10,000 people. His family put out a statement last week saying he is peaceful and kind. He did not think those conversations were serious, and he never had any intent to harm anyone. But the prosecutors would say otherwise.
Fucking thing. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Hello. Shot 45. Do it live. That was so there you go. It's pretty scary stuff, huh? His parents say he was a peaceful Muslim. Oh boy. Yes, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful indeed.
Driving down the road in a truck of peace on a busy highway. Driving down the road in a truck of peace. Who do you think we'll bump into today? Hi.
All right, so that's the truck of peace. Peaceful Muslim drive peaceful trucks of peace. Stop. Very fake news is an Islamophobic bigot. He's an Islamophobic, a xenophobic bigot. That's a fact. Shame on you. He's also a white supremacist. Nick. You guys, Nick was contradictory all night. Hey, Freshie. Man, Freshie, I didn't even, so crazy. I didn't even, wasn't sure if you even saw the whole thing. I think I saw you at the beginning. So, not sure if you stuck it through. We have no tolerance for that crap. Talking about the Nick interview by the Red Elephants. You lasted for most of it. Nice. Okay, good. You know what I should be doing right now? Oh, so you want to play the anomaly clip? Let's play the anomaly clip.
What's going on? So I registered Democrat this year to vote for Bernie Sanders in the primary. I voted for Jill Stein in the regular election. I honestly couldn't stand Donald Trump for most of last year. Yet I could comfortably and honestly say I support him now more than ever. Why? What? How could that be? Everybody's telling me it's the worst presidency ever. It's the worst year ever to be alive. Are you working for the Republican Party? Are you working for Russia? Are you working for Trump? Actually, no. I've never voted Republican in my life. I've never thought about voting Republican in my life. Generally, I think all of politics has pretty much been a scam for my entire lifetime. But give me your time and listen to my reasons for why I support President Trump, and he's actually doing a way better job than I thought he would do. Number one, he ended the Trans-Pacific Partnership. This is something that Bernie Sanders preached and that he wanted to do as well. The Trans-Pacific Partnership was a massive trade agreement that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama were begging to pass through. That seemed like a complete scam to me. First of all, it was written by the corporations themselves and corporate lobbyists. It was going to send lots of manufacturing jobs overseas, and all the incentive in the world to use slave labor and manufacturing plants in other countries. It did nothing to fix the trade deficit. It had awful environmental regulations. Many reports said the price of medicine would go up. He put his money where his mouth is and ended the TPP. Since career politicians are such trash, I trust him to negotiate a better trade deal. 2. His Middle East policy. This is the most misunderstood, and I'm honestly surprised how little most Americans know about this. Hillary Clinton wanted to ramp up war in Syria and ramp up war with the Russians. Donald Trump wants to ramp down the war with Syrians and ramp down the war with Russians. Before the media blamed Donald Trump for everything in the world, and before Donald Trump even stepped into the presidential office, the United States was bombing 7 different countries in 2016. 7 different countries! This has nothing to do with President Trump. We killed Saddam Hussein in Iraq and left a huge power vacuum. Our country's leaders killed Gaddafi in Libya, who was giving his people houses, electricity, education, and gold-backed currency. This is what Hillary Clinton had to say about that.
Unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
Within the last 2 weeks, the United States actually agreed to a ceasefire in Syria. This is huge. This is ramping down the war in Syria. Why does nobody care? Because the media is ramping up war with Syria. Here's what Democrats are saying. Bomb Syria, bomb Syria, bomb Syria. I thought liberals were for social justice, for the environment, and for peace. Since when was ramping up war the answer? Donald Trump, believe it or not, is way less of a war hawk than the Democrats and the Republicans. I like peace, and I trust Donald Trump to get us there more than the trash politicians I mentioned earlier. 3rd reason, Donald Trump is destroying the mainstream media. The legendary Malcolm X had a brilliant quote about the mainstream media. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. That's exactly what's happening now. The mega news corporations have been consolidating and consolidating and consolidating, and billionaires have been buying out newspapers to the point where journalism's at an all-time low. It's virtually non-existent on corporate media. All of the news sources Donald Trump calls out, the Washington Post, the New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, I watched them with my own eyes cheat Bernie Sanders out of a fair election. They never gave Bernie Sanders fair press. They never gave Ron Paul fair press. They never gave Rand Paul fair press. Pretty much any decent, half-genuine, half-authentic human being that runs for president, they won't give any fair press to. They admittedly elevated Donald Trump because he was an easy target. They act as a PR shield for Hillary Clinton and other corrupt politicians, and they're the root cause of a lot of problems in the United States. They're the reason that nobody knows that we were bombing 7 different countries during Obama's administration, and nobody cares. I would even go as far to say it's complete mind control. They tell you how to think, they tell you what to wear, they tell you what to watch, they tell you what's cool, they tell you what's socially acceptable. They pretty much control the minds of half of America, and it's not in a good direction. And don't let the media narrative fool you either. This isn't me following along with whatever Trump's doing. I've been saying this myself since 2008, talking about the corrupt, corporately owned media.
Time Warner, prepare to stop the prince. I'm convinced this is apocalypse.
So to have a president of the United States who's not hiding behind the mainstream media, but who's calling them out for being the phony, warmongering media that they are, that's revolutionary. I support that. The Trump administration is cracking down on human trafficking. It's getting virtually no press, but it's a pretty big deal. Over thousands of pedophiles have already been arrested in the United States. For some reason, modern-day liberals and people on the left who are supposed to care about racial rights and social justice rights, they don't care about what happened to Haiti. They don't care about the millions of women, children, and kids being kidnapped every year. They act like it's all a conspiracy. Well, guess what? Dr. Phil's talking about it.
On the outside, her clients were pillars of their communities. But behind closed doors, she says they were sinister and evil human beings.
The clients I was forced to have sex with were very rich and powerful, very important VIPs. They were in law enforcement, doctors, psychiatrists, judges, politicians, even people who owned sports teams.
Ashton Kutcher's talking about it.
And to ensure a society and government that defends it as well. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia.
President Trump's talking about it, and millions of people are talking about it. It's not a conspiracy, it's real, and Trump's administration is cracking down on it. As a social activist myself, I support that. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little skeptical at first when he said he was gonna drain the swamp. I was believing a lot of progressive media like Bernie Sanders, the Young Turks, and Lee Camp when they said, well, it's a bunch of billionaires. How could you drain the swamp when you put more billionaires in it? Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but that narrative is really not that honest. He's already replaced the FBI director, who was almost unanimously disliked. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who I've been very critical on because I don't want to see him start a war on drugs, attack marijuana, and start jailing people who don't deserve to be jailed. He actually is cracking down on the health and pharmacy industry because he had the largest fraud bust in U.S. history. 400 people, over $1.3 billion between doctors and health facilities that were preying on poor, weak, and vulnerable people to overprescribe them for more profits. That's disgusting. I've been talking about the pharmacy and the health industry being a complete fraud for a long time, and I have to give it to Trump's administration. That's a big deal. Largest bust in U.S. history. I know a lot of critics want him to just fill his cabinet with not billionaires and construction workers and farmers, but it's just not that realistic. To shift the agenda of this already massive group of powerful people, you're going to need some other powerful people. People with billions of dollars that are sick and tired of the corruption and crime. That's what it's going to take. I was very critical at first, but I'm done being negative, and when it's all said and done in 4 years, I think his actions will speak for themselves. Ending the Paris climate deal. As an environmentalist myself, this deal was literally nothing. It wasn't going to change the climate. It wasn't going to guarantee that anything was going to change or happen. It was basically one giant political circle jerk to pretend like they're doing something, but actually not do anything. India recently planted 66 million trees in under a day. 66 million trees. That's actually doing something. That's a solution. That's taking action and doing something about it. The Paris climate deal did nothing. I have good friends that are environmentalists and scientists, and they're actually doing something about it. Not like these fake politicians who get together, sign a little deal that literally does nothing, literally doesn't change the climate, and then pretend like it does. Do you know what that level of fakeness and that level of smoke and mirrors is called? One word: politics. On that note, another great thing that President Trump is doing is ending political correctness. Political correctness is basically a fancy, polite way of saying, lie to your face, pretend like you're nice, be a smiling, crooked politician, go destroy other countries, drop bombs all over the place, and lie about it to the television. That's what political correctness is. And to be quite honest, I'm sick and tired of it, because I actually like to help people. I don't just pretend like I like to help people. I don't try to pretend like I'm a good person. I try to actually be a good person. I know it's a foreign concept to some, but the era of phony politicians who smile and lie to your face is over, and I can't be more happy about it. Now in 2020, the door's open. Anybody can run. President Trump bashed through the barriers and made it so we can have an honest, respectful, genuine president in the future. Anybody could be president. That's what an optimist would tell you, but a negative, pessimist journalist or corporate TV spokesperson would tell you, oh, it's the worst day in the world. It's the worst time to be alive. Oh, it's so bad. Shut up. We're all sick and tired of your negativity and fear-mongering. Donald Trump is not perfect. He says a lot of things that I would never say. He thinks a lot of things that I would never think. He could do a better job of reaching out to people who don't like him. He could also do a better job of reaching out to people of other races, religions, and people who don't think like him. I understand why people don't like him, but a large portion of it is the media. The media literally tells people what to think. People get murdered left and right, and nobody seems to care. It's like, well, Donald Trump Jr. talked to a Russian lawyer. Meanwhile, multiple people died the same day, and nobody cares because the media doesn't tell you to. I don't have a political preference. I think most Democrats and most Republicans are completely phony. I go where the truth is. I go where the logic is. I go where the facts are. I go where the reality is. And even during the election, when I couldn't bring myself to vote for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, I would have conversations with hundreds of people, and nobody voting for Hillary Clinton, nobody had any good reasons besides their hate and their emotions towards Donald Trump. Even now, when I talk to people who consider themselves liberal, most of their argument has no logic, no facts, and no reality. It's just emotions, negativity, hatred, and repeating a lot of mainstream media talking points which they drilled in people's heads, a lot of which is incredibly biased at best completely fake and fabricated at worst. I get it, trust me, the news wants everybody to hate themselves, they want people to hate each other, they want you to hate the color of your skin, they want you to hate the color of other people's skin, they want you to hate people for your religion, your gender, blah blah blah. Trust me, I've seen the news fearmonger and hatemonger and divide people for 20 plus years now. He actually has the power to do some good, he wants to do some good, and he already is doing some good. The warmongers who have been pulling the strings on the puppet United States and the puppet presidents of the past are freaking out. And as an activist, a social justice advocate, a spiritual person, and somebody who wants the best for all people of all races and religions and genders, I think once people stop getting brainwashed and manipulated by the mainstream media, brainwashed and manipulated by Twitter, Google, Facebook, Huffington Post, Washington Post, New York Times, Fox, Al Jazeera, Newsweek, Democrats, Bernie Sanders, fake progressives, and fake social justice news sites, people are going to start to realize, hey, maybe Donald Trump isn't so bad. Let go of that hate, let go of that negativity, let go of that fear and paranoia and hatred for other people and hatred for yourself, hatred for America, hatred for society, hatred for the world, and let some love in, let some optimism in. Start having conversations with people. Have conversations with people who were born in other countries. Talk to people who moved from Africa. Talk to people who moved from the Middle East, from Mexico, from South America. Talk to people with different political views than you. Don't let the mainstream media tell you what other people think. Think for yourself. And if people do that, they might realize we're all not that different. And while the mainstream media and social media is desperate for war, desperate for negativity, desperate for division, while ironically posing like they care about social justice and care about unity and care about people, if you look past all of this bias hate, if you look past all of this bias negativity, look at the truth, look at facts, look at logic, look at reality. Sorry, I'm not sorry, but President Donald Trump, not that bad. Maybe just what America and the entire world needed. Thank you for hearing me out. God bless you, and God bless your family. If you'd like to donate, check the comment section below. Either way, stay tuned for more Real Talk. What's going on? So I've registered...
Oh, sorry about that. Hey. What's up, everybody? Sorry, there's landscapers. I apologize. I didn't realize the mic was on. Landscapers. Yes, gardeners. They're almost gone, though. It won't last long. It's not a vacuum. It's not a vacuum. Stand up for us. Oh, shoot. Damn. I want to stand. I need to get my tripod set up so that way I don't have to sit all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna interview. We're gonna do a little interview, like a live stream tonight. So I hope everyone can tune in for that. Between 7:30 and 8. We said 7:30, but sometimes things get a little hiccupy. Turn on Trump live right now. Go to your mom's basement. There's no basements in California. My mom lives on the West Coast, so. But she does have a basement. I mean, I live on the West Coast. She lives on the East Coast. Trump just owned a stupid protester. Damn. Turn on the president's speech. Okay, is it on like YouTube? Can I find it on YouTube? Hold on. See if we can find it. I think I got it. One sec, everybody.
Where the hell did he come from? This has been a difficult week for the media because I forced them to travel with us all around the country and spend time with tens of thousands of proud Americans who believe in defending our values, our culture, our borders, our civilization, and our great American way of life. Everyone in this arena is united by their love, and you know that. Do we know that? Everyone. United by their love for this country and their loyalty to one another, their loyalty to its people. And we want people to come into our country who can love us and cherish us and be proud of America and the American flag. We believe that schools should teach our children to have pride in our history and respect for that great American flag. We all believe in the rule of law, and we support the incredible men and women of law enforcement. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We celebrate our military and believe the American armed forces are the greatest force for peace and justice in the history of the world. And by the way, they're getting a lot greater, fast, a lot greater. You saw our budget. We're ordering billions and billions of dollars of new ships and new planes and equipment for our great soldiers. We are building it up. There's rarely been a time where we needed the protection of our incredible military more than right now, right here, and that's what we're going to do. We believe in freedom, self-government, and individual rights. We cherish and defend, thank you, it looks like it's in very good shape, our Second Amendment. Congratulations. Yes, our Second Amendment is very, very sound again. That would have been gonzo. It would have been gone. But I never had a doubt. We support the Constitution of the United States and believe that judges should interpret the Constitution as written and not make up new meaning for what they read. And finally, we believe that family and faith, not government and bureaucracy, are the foundation of our society. You've heard me say it before on the campaign trail, and I'll say it again tonight. In America, we don't worship government, we worship God. Tonight we're going to set aside the cynics and the critics because we know exactly why they are so angry and so bitter. Day by day, week by week, we are restoring our government's allegiance to its people, to its citizens, to the people that we all love. We are keeping our promises to the people. And yes, we are putting finally, we are putting America first. After years and years of sending our jobs and our wealth to other countries, we are finally standing up for our workers and for our companies. After spending billions of dollars defending other nations' borders, we are finally defending our borders. Don't even think about it. We will build the wall. Don't even think about it. I watch the media as they say, well, he just had some fun during the campaign on the wall. That wasn't fun, folks. We're building that wall, and walls do work, and we're going to have great people come into our country, but we're not going to put ourselves through the problems that we've had for so many years. After decades of rebuilding foreign nations, we are finally going to rebuild our nation. They're pointing to a protester. Honestly, if you don't point, nobody's even going to know he's here. Weak voice. Weak voice. Don't worry. Boy, he's a young one. He's going back home to mommy. Oh, is he in trouble? He's in trouble. He's in trouble. And I'll bet his mommy voted for us, right? That's the funny thing. By the way, so this morning, I'm watching Fox News. And they had some people on, and these were Democrats that voted for Trump. And they've had this on. And so far, if anything, they've gotten even more committed. But they had a man on this morning who was a Democrat his whole life. He voted as a Democrat. But he voted for, I say us, I don't say me. He voted for us in the last election, 2016. And they said to him, so if the election were held now again, what would you do? And he effectively said, man, would I vote for Trump again even faster. So his name is Gino DeFabio. And where is Dino? Gino, get over here. Gino, whoa. Gino DeFabio.
You know, anybody who knows me, friends of mine, people who love me, it's worse for them. But they know how it's been since President Trump started running with the election. How much I supported this guy, how much I love this guy. I said, this guy's got something. He's the real deal. Everybody else came and they says, oh, we're going to fight for you. We're fighting for you. Well, this is Youngstown, Mr. President, but this is also the Steel Valley. Every one of these people love you, sir. And I don't want to sound silly or anything, but I thought, what would I say to the president if I ever got to meet him, which this is an honest-to-God, over-the-top moment for me. I thought, you know, I'm just going to tell him something. And, sir, like I said, thank you for Justice Gorsuch on the Supreme Court. Right? That started it all. And then I apologize. I said, Mr. President, thank you for Melania. Could we have a more outstanding First Lady? I'm probably going to be in trouble with my wife, but God bless that woman. And then the last thing I said, and I don't think he thought I was going to take this much time, but anybody that knows me, this is going to happen. I said, thank you, sir, for keeping the promises that you've made. To these 12,000 people and to the country. And my recommendation, sir, look what you could do in the bastion of the Democratic Party. I don't think there's anybody except Cuyahoga County that's more Democratic voters than us. Look what you could draw. I'd go back to Washington. I would tell the Republicans and the Democrats, sir, look, I'm going to go do my rallies. You got the agenda. Those people are voting for me and mine. Do what you want. Pass my agenda, or we're going on the road. Thank you, sir. I can't tell you. Sir, I can't tell you that. It's an absolute honor. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are fantastic. Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Gino. What a man. No, I watched him this morning. I said, we got to find this guy. He's just a great person. Always a Democrat, now it's gone. And I'll tell you what, I rode through your beautiful roads coming up from the airport, and I was looking at some of those big, once incredible job-producing factories. And my wife, Melania, said, what happened? I said, those jobs have left Ohio. They're all coming back. They're all coming back. Coming back. Don't move. Don't sell your house. Don't sell your house. Remember, I got a lot of credit. This is hard to believe, but the press gave me a lot of credit because a number of years ago I said, this is the time to buy a house during one of my speeches. I said, go out and buy. And they did this big story, got all over that Trump predicted. Let me tell you folks in Ohio and in this area, don't sell your house. Don't sell your house. Do not sell it. We're going to get those values up. We're going to get those jobs coming back, and we're going to fill up those factories or rip them down and build brand new ones. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have it so that Americans can once again speak the magnificent words of Alexander Hamilton. Here, the people govern. Political correctness for me is easy. Sometimes they say he doesn't act presidential. And I say, hey, look, great schools, smart guy. It's so easy to act presidential, but that's not going to get it done. In fact, I said, it's much easier, by the way, to act presidential than what we're doing here tonight. Believe me, And I said, with the exception of the late, great Abraham Lincoln, I can be more presidential than any president that's ever held this office. That I can tell you. It's real easy. But sadly, we have to move a little faster than that. We will never be beholden to the lobbyists or the special interests. We will never be silenced by the media. I want to protect America, and I want to protect the citizens of America. Your hopes are my hopes. Your dreams are my dreams. I've had a great, successful career. I built a great, great business. This is the only thing that matters. This is the only thing that matters. There is nothing else. Your future is what I'm fighting for each and every day. Here is just a small sample of what we have accomplished in just our first 6 months in office. And I'll say this, and, you know, they always like to say, well, I don't know. But I think that with few exceptions, no president has done anywhere near what we've done in his first 6 months. Not even close. But they don't let you know. They don't want to write about it. That unemployment last month hit a 16-year low. Since my election, we've added much more than 1 million jobs. Think of that. And remember, I came in, and some people say, don't say that. I'd say, what do you have to lose? I talked about the inner city, and I talked about the crime and the problems and the lack of education. And I talked to my African American friends, and I said, vote for me. What the hell do you have to lose? Remember that? The Hispanic, the African American, the inner cities. So now it just came out, African Americans and teenagers are enjoying their lowest unemployment since just after the turn of the millennium. That's pretty good, right? We've eliminated burdensome regulations at record speed, and many, many more are coming off. And boy, have we put those coal miners and coal back on the map. You've seen that, huh? And all other forms of energy. We've achieved a historic increase in defense spending to get our troops the support they so richly deserve. We have signed new legislation to hold federal workers accountable for the care they provide to our great, great veterans. Veterans Accountability Act. They've been trying to get that done for many, many, many years, even decades. And you understand why it was tough. But we got it done. In fact, our secretary is with us tonight, David Shulkin. And we have some just incredible people here tonight, some of whom you've already met. But the job they're doing for the vets, having to do with choice, having to do with doctors, having to do with not having to wait online for days and days and days, and getting sicker and sicker and sicker, where you could be taken care of immediately. Now you go out and you see a doctor. To protect American jobs and workers, I withdrew the United States from both the Trans-Pacific Partnership potential disaster and the job-killing Paris Climate Accord, believe me. And if we don't negotiate a great deal with Mexico and Canada, we will terminate NAFTA and we'll start all over again. You remember when I was in Youngstown, I said we will either renegotiate NAFTA or we'll terminate it. So let's see what happens. But we're right now negotiating with the heads of Mexico, good man, the president, and the Prime Minister of Canada, good man. Let's see what happens. But we will no longer be the foolish people. We will no longer be the stupid people that get taken care of so badly by our politicians because they don't know what they're doing. We will always work with our friends and partners, but we will never again sacrifice Ohio jobs or jobs from any state in our union to enrich other countries, which has been what is happening to this country. And by the way, while we're on it, the Iran deal, which may be the single worst deal I've ever seen drawn by anybody, if that deal doesn't conform to what it's supposed to conform to, there's going to be big, big problems for them. That I can tell you. You're going to see that. Believe me. You would have thought when that deal was made by Secretary Kerry, may be the worst negotiator I've ever seen. You would have thought that Iran would have said, thank you, United States. We can't believe you gave us between $100 and $150 billion when they were ready to fail. We can't believe you gave us $1.7 billion in cash. You know what that looks like? You would have thought they would have said, thank you, United States. We really love you very much. Instead, they've become emboldened. That won't take place much longer. The great president from the state of Ohio, William McKinley. And you know William McKinley? Does anybody know who the hell he is? Huh? Do you know who he is? William McKinley understood that when America protects our workers and industries, we open up a higher and better destiny for our people. We don't protect our people. We don't protect. Trade comes in, goods come in. I was with Harley Davidson, a great company from Wisconsin. Who has a Harley Davidson? A lot of them. They came to the White House and they said to me, yeah, it's tough going outside of the United States. We're doing great in the United States, but when we sell a motorcycle to certain countries, we have as much as a 100% tax to pay. And I said, tell me, when they sell back to us, meaning reciprocal, so when they sell back to us, what tax do we charge them? The answer is 0. Those days are going to be over very soon. Unfortunately, like everything else, there's so many restrictions on doing what's right for our country. There's so much red tape, but don't worry, we're getting through it. The red tape, you'd think we could just do it. Wouldn't you think you could say, hey, you charge us 100%, we're going to charge you 100%, then either you'll get the money or you'll both drop it, right? We can't do that. We've got to go back to Congress, who, other than health care today, has made some very bad deals, okay? So we're going to start enriching our country. We're going to start bringing back our jobs. And we will be fools no longer, folks. We'll be fools no longer. Every single president on Mount Rushmore. Now, here's what I do. I'd ask whether or not you think I will someday be on Mount Rushmore, but no. But here's the problem. If I did it joking, totally joking, having fun, the fake news media will say, he believes he should be on Mount Rushmore. So I won't say it, okay? I won't say it. But every president, they'll say it anyway, you watch tomorrow. Trump thinks he should be on Mount Rushmore. Isn't that terrible? What a group. What a dishonest group of people, I tell you. And you know, the funny thing is that you'd think they'd want to see our country be great again. You would really think so. But they don't. Someday they'll explain it to me why. Every president on Mount Rushmore believed in protecting American industry. We have to protect our industry. And now we are going to start. We are reclaiming our heritage as a manufacturing nation again. Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. I don't know if you'd like New England, but they have a hell of a team. That's all right. That's okay. But he came to the Oval Office, and he brought a sheet with him that just came out. Manufacturing enthusiasm in the United States is at an all-time high. Isn't that great? To me, that's so great. Because we're going to bring back our jobs, bring back our wealth, and we are going to bring back our dreams. And we are going to bring back, once again, our sovereignty as a nation. Since I took office, we have cut illegal immigration on our southern border by record numbers, 78%. Record numbers. And in fact, the ICE folks, I'll tell you what, and the Border Patrol Police, they are phenomenal people. They're working with General Kelly. And just so you understand, we've already started fixing much of the good wall that's already there. We've already started fixing. But we are breaking records, and it was actually told to me the other day by somebody in Mexico that's very high up, said it's incredible because their southern border is getting very little traffic. Nobody's coming anymore because they know they can't get through our southern border, so they don't even come. Never again will America surrender the security of our people, the safety of our communities, or the sovereignty of our nation. We are cracking down hard on the foreign criminal gangs that have brought illegal drugs, violence, horrible bloodshed to peaceful neighborhoods all across our country. We are throwing MS-13 the hell out of here so fast. Ooh. You know, we're actually, hard to believe that we're talking about our great country. We are actually liberating towns and cities. We are liberating. People are screaming from their windows, thank you, to the Border Patrol and to General Kelly's great people that come in and grab these thugs and throw them the hell out. We're liberating our towns and we're liberating our cities. Can you believe we have to do that? Earlier this year, Immigration and Customs Enforcement conducted the largest single raid on transnational gangs in the history of our country. We are dismantling and destroying the bloodthirsty criminal gangs. And, well, I will just tell you this, we're not doing it in a politically correct fashion. We're doing it rough. Our guys are rougher than their guys. I asked one of our great generals, how tough are our people? How tough are they? He said, sir, you don't want to know about it. Then I saw one guy come out, a customs officer who's a monster. And I said, so, General, you think I could take that guy in a fight? He said, Mr. President, sir, I don't even want to think about it. And I said, you're right, actually. We have tough people. Our people are tougher than their people. Our people are tougher and stronger and meaner and smarter than the gang. One by one, we're finding the illegal gang members, drug dealers, thieves, robbers, criminals, and killers, and we're sending them the hell back home where they came from. And once they are gone, we will never let them back in, believe me. The predators and criminal aliens who poison our communities with drugs and prey on innocent young people, these beautiful, beautiful, innocent young people, will find no safe haven anywhere in our country. And you've seen the stories about some of these animals. They don't want to use guns because it's too fast and it's not painful enough. So they'll take a young, beautiful girl, 16, 15, and others, and they slice them and dice them with a knife because they want them to go through excruciating pain before they die. And these are the animals that we've been protecting for so long. Well, they're not being protected any longer, folks. And that is why my administration is launching a nationwide crackdown on sanctuary cities. American cities should be sanctuaries for law-abiding Americans, for people that look up to the law, for people that respect the law, not for criminals and gang members that we want the hell out of our country. Sanctuary cities legislation has passed the House along with Kate's Law, named for Kate Steinle, who was brutally killed by a 5-time deported illegal immigrant. We are asking the Senate to vote on sanctuary cities and Kate's Law legislation. We've got to get it passed. The Trump administration has the backs of our ICE officers, our Border Patrol agents, and yes, our great police officers, and we have their backs 100%. We're going to also protect them like they protect us. This month in Chicago, there have been more than 2 homicide victims per day. What the hell is going on in Chicago? Better tell that mayor to get tough, because it's not working what they're doing. We are going to get criminals off our streets, and we are going to make America safe again. We also strongly believe that our borders must always be closed to terrorism and extremism. We don't want radical Islamic terrorists in our country. We've seen the total devastation in Europe, and we've seen the murderous attacks from New York to Boston to San Bernardino. Exactly 1 year ago next month, I came right here to Youngstown to deliver a major address on how my administration would protect our country from terrorism and radical Islamic terrorism. We only want to admit those into our country who share our values, who love our people, and who always will love our people. We don't want people coming into our country who have bad intentions even before they start. We also believe that those seeking to immigrate into our country should be able to support themselves financially and should not be able to use welfare for themselves or their household for a period of at least 5 years. As we speak, we are working with 2 wonderful senators, Tom Cotton and David Perdue, to create a new immigration system for America. Instead of today's low-skill system, just a terrible system where anybody comes in. People that have never worked, people that are criminals, anybody comes in. We want a merit-based system, one that protects our workers, our taxpayers, and one that protects our economy. We want it merit-based. We want people that worked really hard in their country and that are going to come into our country and work really, really hard. We don't want people that come into our country and immediately go on welfare and stay there for the rest of their lives. We're not going to do it. We are working every single day to move the legislation that serves the interests of the American people. As we discussed earlier, at the very top of the list is health care reform. With Obamacare, the Washington obstructionists, meaning Democrats, made big promises to the American people. And every single promise they made turned out to be a lie. You can have your doctor. You can have your plan. Do you remember 28 times? You can have your doctor. You can have your plan. I know Democrats that heard that, and they would have never voted for it, but they voted because they believe the lies of President Obama. For 7 years, every Republican running for office promised to repeal and replace this disastrous law. Now, they must keep their promise. The Senate is working not only to repeal Obamacare, but to deliver great health care for the American people. Any senator who votes against repeal and replace is telling America that they are fine with the Obamacare nightmare, and I predict they'll have a lot of problems. In West Virginia, recent premiums have gone up 169% since Obamacare went into effect. In Alaska, over 200%. And the deductibles have gone through the roof. You'll never even get to use it. In Missouri, premiums have shot up 145% under Obamacare. In Pennsylvania, the cost of Obamacare insurance has more than doubled, and the coverage has become horrific. It's time for Democrats to stop resisting. That's their term, resist, resist. They have to do, finally, what's right for the American people, but probably we'll do it ourselves, because today we won 51-50 and didn't get one Democrat vote. Think of that. My administration is working every single day to heed and honor the will of the voters. That includes working on one of the biggest tax cuts in American history. And actually, if I get what I want, it will be the single biggest tax cut in American history. We have the highest taxes anywhere in the world, and this will really bring them down to one of the lowest. And we really have no choice. We will have growth. We will have everything that we've dreamed of having. It's time to let Americans keep more of their own money. It's time to bring new companies to our shores and to create a new era of growth, prosperity, and wealth. We want millions of Americans to be lifted from welfare to work and from dependence to independence. One of the ways we will put more Americans to work is by rebuilding our nation's crumbling infrastructure. That is why I have called on legislators to pass a bill that generates $1 trillion in new infrastructure investments. We're going to fix our roads, our bridges, our tunnels, our airports. We are going to fix all of the things that once made us great. And we're going to use American iron, American steel, American aluminum. We will buy American and we will hire, finally, American. We want, once again, to have the best infrastructure, the best schools, the best jobs, the best factories. And we want products that proudly carry the label Made in the USA. We want this country that we love so much, America, to be strong, proud, and free, which means America must also be united. Because when America is united, America is totally unstoppable. Although I'll be totally honest with you, even if it's not united, we're unstoppable, so don't worry about it. We're going to be unstoppable either way, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? Our small differences are nothing compared to our common history, common values, and common future. We share one heart, one home, and one glorious destiny. Now it is up to us to preserve the birthright of freedom and justice, the birthright of prosperity that our ancestors won for us with their sweat, with their blood, with their work, with their muscle, with their brain. They won it for us, and we're going to make it bigger and better and stronger than it ever was before. It's time to look past the old divisions. The tired, really tired politicians and the stale debates of the past, and to finally come together as one nation under God. We have no choice. We cannot and never will back down. We will never, ever give up. We cannot fail. And if we remember what unites us, then I promise you, we will not fail. We cannot fail. We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the state of Ohio. Thank you, everybody.
All right, there you go. President Trump. President Donald J. Trump. The 45th President of the United States. Always at his best when he's on that stage. Well, everybody, so this is my midday podcast. I'm glad we got to show you Anomaly and this President Trump speech. So I hope everyone tunes in tonight for the interview with Anomaly. That will be somewhere. I'll probably try and start it around 7:30, and then but probably between 7:30 and 8 we'll get going. Oh, just making sure everyone can hear me. Sorry, I was checking the mic. Sorry, I didn't mean to pop your ears. Just got a text from Al Prophet. Yes, I'm interviewing Anomaly tonight around 7:30, between 7:30 and 8. So everyone come back, all right? I want everyone to come back, and I'll be there for the stream later. Everyone smash the like button, absolutely. If you want a t-shirt, you can get it at thebestculture.com. That is thebestculture.com. If you'd like to support the podcast, future projects for Shuttershot 45 Media, you can have a Bitcoin, a Patreon, and a PayPal in the description. If not, just please hit the thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell. Hit the bell, hit the bell. Ring my bell. Ring your bell. Get your bell rung. 7:30 Pacific time. 7:30 on the West Coast. Sorry. 7:30 on LA time, to make it easy. You're welcome, Freshie. Nick Abbott, Al Prophet. We're gonna get Al Prophet on again soon, everybody. Al Prophet. We're gonna get drunk Al Prophet on. No problem, Uncle Torino. Al Prophet with this crazy ass. Same as Daddy. Shout out to Same as Daddy. Abbott, have you been asleep? Bake streams isn't working for me. Some of those live streams from the cell phones, man, they cut in and out all the time. Get them stoned instead. Oh, man. I'm going to have to do some fun podcasts one day. I'm going to have to go to it's funny how when I went to Linwood, everyone kind of got a little triggered. So maybe if I go to a weed dispensary shop, a strip club, would that be fun? Just to go to switch things up about, like, this is the degenerate end of the Trump side. We're degenerates over here. We're good people, but we're a little bit on the fringes. We're not the models. We're not the models. We're just here to support. I bet he pissed some people off. Bet he pissed some people off with that speech. Feed him lots of edibles. No cameras in degenerate facilities. No cameras in degenerate facilities, okay. I'll try to take I'll take that into consideration. All right, everybody. Make sure you tune back in. Tune back in. 7:30 Pacific time. This is Shuttershot 45 signing off for the Midday Podcast. See you in a couple hours.
The company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna steal your daughter at the mall. We're gonna steal your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Wasn't that nice? Subscribe to Super Deluxe for more.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Wasn't that nice? Subscribe to Super Deluxe for more.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out.